Hi all, today my topic is Savable Data Page. In general, what is the use of DPage? It is used to retrieve or store the data, right? So what is the need of this Savable Data Page? So Savable Data Page is introduced in 7.3 version. So before 7.3 version, there are only two type of modes. So before it is readable, read only and editable. So after 7.3 version, Pega introduced the savable mode. So let me show you a business requirement. So I'm going to tell you a requirement of to save a single instant for now, and I will show you for list as well. So this is the data type which I am having. So in this data type, we are having customer ID, last name, first name. Okay. So um, let me show you the section now. So I have given this customer ID as property, and the drop down source for this one is there is a D page, list to D page. So I will show all the list of customer IDs which is will be there here, and based on the selection of this one, and I will show I need to show the first name and last name, okay, which we will retrieve from this D page, customer info savable. This is the savable D page which we are having, okay. So let me replicate the scenario. Now assume initially I'm having select option. So now I'm going to select one ID which is 1234. If you go to here, so I'm able to see Malli Gorakati. So this is the first name and last name. Okay. Now I'm trying to change the value to Malli G. Okay. Now if I going to submit, it should directly save into this data type. Okay. Before 7.3 version, how they're gonna do this business requirement is, let me show you. So this is the DB. Okay, so initially we will fetch data from D page. Here also we are fetching data from D page, right? If you see, we are having fetching from D page to show this first name and last name. Okay, and they will use some utility or activity. Okay, so in this utility or activity, copy latest data from D page to step page. Okay, whatever the latest data which is been edited here. So now I have edited from Gorakati to G, right? So this edited data will be there in D page and it will be stored into step page. Okay, and after doing that, a obj save will be done on the step page and call this activity which is been there into the post processing of the flow action. So the flow action which is been there here, I need to call here. This is the old approach for before 7.3. Okay, now and again it going back to the save going saving back to the database. Okay, now the after savable database is introduced, now we are directly using this savable database to directly push the data to DB. Okay, without using any utility or activity. That's the base advantage of this one. So before this utility or activity is being used, now by using this savable data page, we are not using that. Okay. Pega, whenever a data type is been created, Pega by defaultly created a few data types. One among them is savable data type. So if I open this one, so this is a savable data page. So let me show you the options. Okay. So we are having three types of modes, right? Let me click on savable now. So if you click on savable, the scope is limited to thread and requester. There is no node level. That's because a node level is only applicable for read-only pages, not for editable and savable data page. For example, if you also select editable, you won't see node level scope. Okay, so it's only applicable for read-only. So let me give savable and give thread now as of now, and there is an additional block for savable data page. So which you won't see in other data pages. Okay. So the block is data save options. This option only available when we have savable only. So let me give read only and check it now. So there is no that block. So post load processing is the last one. Let me give savable and have a look once. Okay. So now if you see, we got savable option, data save options. Okay. Now what are these options? Data save, connector, robotic automation, and activity. So we can able to see few options, and mostly we will use a database save and activity. In this section also I'm going to explain about data save and activity modes only. So uh, I have given structure, right? So I have given page structure. Now let me give list structure and go down. So if you see, this database save option is not available. So there is only 4 drop down in the save type. Now let me give again page. So if you see, so data save option by default it came up. Okay. So that's because data save option only applicable to push the data of single instance. So to push the data for list instances, so we need to go definitely with the activity only. So to trigger this data save options, we are having three methods. Okay. So let me open this one. So so to save the data to DB, we need to explicitly call the save the data page. So how do we call? There are three options in the flow action, and activity. So in the flow, there is a automation save called save data page. We need to use this one, and in flow action, we need to. There is one more option called to call the savable data page. In the post processing tab, we need to call the savable data page there, and also in activity there is a method called save data page. By using this method, we can we can save the data to DB explicitly. Then only this option will be triggered. Otherwise, this option won't be triggered. It will act as normal D pages only, other than these three options. Okay. So let me show you. Let me show you. So let me have savable data page automation here. Okay. So this is the one. Let me give connections. So here I need to give savable D page, which is this one. Yeah. And I need to give customer ID, right? The customer ID which I have selected here. So I'm going to give this customer ID as a parameter. Okay. Okay. Let me save. Okay. Let me create a new service case. Uh, I have also configured here. Let me delete here as of now. Save it and try to, yeah. So I'm going by step. So I'm going to explain now how how we are going to configure in the flow shape. Okay. So I'm going to give 1, 2, 3, 4 as say as you know Maligu which is been there here. Okay. So I'm going to change it to change. Okay. So let me submit. So it's moved from create to analysis stage, and we need to check whether it's been changed or not. So if you see here, it's been changed. Now uh, this this save data page has been working. How it going to work is, so initially we fetch the data to show in the section. Okay, so to show in the section, we fetch the data from savable data page. So then after showing this one, by using this save data page, it will trigger this data save options. by defaultly it is having database save, right? So what uh, what it will going to do is the parameter which the single instance which is been there, it will directly Pega will take care to push into the DB. So to this class it will directly push it. We no need to take care of anything. Okay, this option is only available for page structure. Okay, so let me go for let me discard this one, and I will show you the flow how we can configure from flow action. Okay, so this is the one. So if you see in the actions in post processing, we are having a option called savable data page. So let me so add it, and there we can also have when conditions. Based on when conditions also we can trigger. For our scenario there is no when condition, so I'm not going to use that option. So let me, yeah, I have given this one, and also I need to give this customer ID as a parameter, which I'm going to select here, and submit, save. Let me create a new service case. So I'm getting the new change option. Now I'm going to with other customer. So here also I'm going to change. Okay. After changing, I'm going to submit. Okay. So it's been submitted, and we need to check whether it's been changed for this record as well. Okay. So if you see, it's been changed for this record as well. So the order of the execution order of this flow action is, initially it will execute the savable data page one, and up data transform and run activity. Okay, now I am going to explain about as of now we only discussed of page structure, right? Now I am going to explain about this list one. Okay, so I have created a new data page. Let me run this one. After running, I can able to see three PX results, which are there three instances in the data type. So let me close it. And if you see, I have also having activity created. That's because for list only, for page only, that the data save option will be available. For list, we need to go with the activity. That's why I have created a activity. Let me show you what I'm going to do with this activity. I'm looping all the PX results which are coming from this data page. After doing that one, I'm doing a page copy, savable step page. Okay, all the results, each results will be saved in this savable step page. Okay, if you see the pages and classes, I have given the data class instance. Okay, this instance I have given. Okay, let me, so I'm doing obj save for each instance. Okay, as of now, let me give options and save, and let me click this one. Okay, we need to trigger from one activity, right, to trigger this one. So uh, I have I have created a dedicated activity to show this one. Okay, as of now I am looping every px result. So for each fname I'm going to change it to hello. Now it's been changed, right? So I'm going to change it to hello now by using this one. Okay, let me we are having a doubt, right? Whenever this D page is been triggered, this one has also been triggered or not, this activity. Let me trace this one and show you whether this activity will be triggered or not. So for that one I have commented out this data save option from here, from here, from here, from here. So let me show you. So tracer, I'm not seeing anything. That's because this data save option will be triggered from only these three options. That's why in tracer I'm seeing nothing. Okay, let me comment it out and show you what are the options for this data save option. Data save method. So I'm calling this savable data page here in this activity. So what is this right now option? So Pega won't recommend to use right now or commit operations. That's because we need to follow the single transaction to maintain data integrity to push to the data. So what does that mean by data integrity? So let us assume a scenario where transaction is didn't happen or failed due to some reason, but we are using this right now or commit operation in an activity. So what it will do means it will push the data to DB. So even though the transaction has been failed, the data has been pushed to DB. That should not be the ideal way of doing, right? It should Pega won't recommend to use commit operation or write now operation, but I'm using standalone activity, right? So we can use as of now. Going to use this right now option and going to save and if you see, let me trace it, and I am assuming this hello should be changed here. Okay, let me run now once again. So value has been changed. Now let me refresh this one. So it didn't. Uh, so I am using right now option here. Even though I'm using right now option here in the savable data activity, I'm not using any right now activity in the OBJ save. Ideally, it should save. That's what we think, right? But it won't show. That's because we need to give option here and try to run once again. And let me trace this one. Let me run this one activity. So now if you check now the value will be changed. So if you see all are hello, which is been mapped from here. Okay. In this savable. Okay, how this parameter will be passed, this right now parameter will be passed from here to here. Based on that only, we need to write condition like something like this. If parameter param dot right now equal to false, then it should have obj save without right now. Okay, if it's been true, let me do another option like so. If it's been true, skip step. Okay, let me show you how this right now parameter will be processed from this activity to this activity to this activity. Okay, let me run and trace this activity. Okay, if you see in the tracer, the parameter page, if you see right now is been checked as true. That's why it's become true. Okay, so based on on that right now option, we can configure this obj save. Okay, if it's been true, we can check it as true. If it has been false, we can check it as false. Okay, that's it for savable data page. Thank you. See you soon.